This podcast is sponsored by Uncomfortable Ideas by Bo Bennett, PhD. Challenge your beliefs and embrace the uncomfortable. Discover the power of confronting ideas that push your boundaries. Get the book or enroll in the online course today at uncomfortable-ideas.com.
Ethics of digital nudges when technology challenges personal freedom. Exploring the ethics behind digital reminders and nudges and their impact on personal freedom in an age of constant tech influence. The ethics of digital reminders and nudges when help becomes intrusion. Hey, so have you noticed how much technology tries to shape what we do these days? I mean, those little digital nudges and reminders popping up everywhere, from your fitness app telling you to move to your phone buzzing about some sale, or even apps suggesting how you should manage your money. On the surface, it seems helpful or even harmless. But honestly, I've been thinking a lot about the ethics behind this stuff, and it's not as straightforward as it looks. We live in a world where tech companies are constantly challenging the status quo of how we make decisions for ourselves. Instead of just offering raw information, they're now trying to influence behavior, sometimes in ways that feel a bit invasive or manipulative. It's like the old nudge concept from behavioral economics, but cranked to a whole new level because digital reminders are always right there, trying to steer us. At first glance, nudges seem great. You get a gentle tap to encourage healthier or more productive habits. But there's an uncomfortable truth here. When does a nudge cross over into controlling? I'm skeptical about whether these digital reminders are always acting in our best interest, or if they're serving someone else's agenda. For example, think about how shopping apps push notifications for sales designed to make you spend more. Is that really helping you? It also raises questions about personal freedom. How much autonomy do we give up when we allow technology to consistently guide our decisions? I mean, if you get nudged towards certain actions so often, do you really feel like you're choosing freely anymore? Or are you just reacting to a continuous stream of prompts designed to shape your behavior? This is where the discussion gets tricky and certainly worth having because it challenges us to embrace discomfort and think critically. What makes this conversation even more pressing is how subtle the influence is. Nudges aren't blunt commands, they are soft suggestions wrapped in friendly reminders, which can make it harder to recognize when we're being influenced. That's why these digital interventions can feel like they're sneaking past our critical thinking without us even realizing it. And it's why it's so important to have uncomfortable conversations about the limits of this kind of tech influence, especially as it becomes more pervasive in everyday life. There's also a lot to unpack around the intentions behind these reminders and nudges. Are they designed to genuinely help people make better choices, or to benefit companies by increasing engagement and profits? The line between helpful and exploitative can be blurry. Plus, different people have different ideas of what better choices even means, which is where understanding different perspectives on this issue becomes crucial. If you think this sounds like an offensive topic to some, like accusing well-intentioned tech of manipulation, you're not alone. But that's precisely why it's a thought-provoking podcast theme that can encourage us all to question things more. The whole idea of nudging can feel paternalistic, like someone else knows what's best for you better than you do. And that's a hard pill to swallow in a culture that values individual freedom so highly. One resource I'd recommend for anyone interested in exploring these kinds of uncomfortable truths is the book Uncomfortable Ideas by Bo Bennett, PhD. It challenges you to question your assumptions and think about the subtle ways influence shapes us all. For anyone who wants to push past easy answers and really wrestle with these issues, I think it's a fantastic place to start. Explore the book now and see where it takes you, because sometimes embracing discomfort is the only way we get closer to the truth. So what do you think about all this? Are digital reminders just a helpful nudge, or a slippery slope toward losing control over our decisions? It's a balance we rarely talk about, but maybe it's time we did. A little skepticism might just save us from handing over more of our freedom than we realize.